Have you ever wondered what's quietly stealing years from your life after 75? Most of us assume growing older means slowing down, but what if the real threats to your health are preventable? In this video, we're diving into the 5 leading causes of death for Americans over 75: heart disease, falls, respiratory illnesses, stroke, and cognitive decline. These aren't just statistics, they're real risks that could affect you or someone you love. Stick around until the end, because knowing these dangers and how to fight them could add years of strength, independence, and joy to your life. Why watch? Every second counts. First, you'll uncover surprising truths about these conditions, some you might think are inevitable but aren't. Second, we're sharing practical, everyday steps you can start today to slash your risks, from simple diet tweaks to small home changes. Third, you'll hear why ignoring subtle warning signs like fatigue or a minor stumble could be a costly mistake. Finally, we'll reveal how small habits can help you stay active, sharp, and self-reliant far longer than you might expect. This isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. By the end, you'll have a clear roadmap to protect your health and live life on your terms. Don't miss out. Your future self will thank you for watching. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now let's begin. Number 1, heart disease. Heart disease continues to reign as the leading cause of death among those over 75, a grim reality that many seniors may not fully grasp. What's even more alarming is the fact that most people are unaware of just how much power they hold in preventing it. We often feel helpless in the face of aging, as though certain conditions, including heart disease, are simply inevitable. But the truth is, we have far more control than we realize, and our choices today can shape the future of our heart health. The heart, like any muscle in the body, flourishes when given the right care and exercise. When neglected, however, it starts to decline, often without making a sound. This is where the danger lies. The symptoms of heart disease are sneaky. They often hide beneath the surface until it's too late. For many, feelings of fatigue, shortness of breath, or simply feeling slower as they age are written off as natural signs of getting older. In reality, these could be the earliest red flags that something is wrong with the heart. If you're experiencing these signs, it's important to listen to your body and take them seriously. One of the leading culprits behind heart disease is high blood pressure, a condition that quietly exerts immense pressure on the heart. In your arteries over time, the strain it places on the heart forces it to work harder than it should, increasing the risk of a heart attack or stroke. Here's the problem. High blood pressure is often a silent condition. It doesn't hurt, and it doesn't show noticeable symptoms until it's far too late. That's why so many seniors are caught off guard when they're rushed to the ER, unaware that their health has been quietly deteriorating. Then there's diet. The food we eat is meant to nourish us, but for many seniors, years of eating processed foods, salty snacks, and unhealthy fats have quietly been damaging the body over time. These habits clog arteries and restrict blood flow, further weakening the heart. But it's not enough to simply cut out the unhealthy foods. Your heart needs more than just the absence of junk. It craves nutrient-rich, heart-supportive foods that can give it the strength to carry you through the years ahead. Making simple yet impactful changes, like increasing fiber, adding more fruits and vegetables, and incorporating healthy fats, can make a profound difference in your heart health. Equally important is movement, or rather the lack of it. Our hearts are not meant to be idle. They require consistent, moderate exercise to stay strong. Without regular movement, circulation slows, muscles weaken, and the heart becomes more prone to decline. You don't need to become a marathon runner, but consistent movements like daily walks, gentle stretches, or even chair exercises can work wonders. Even small efforts can lead to remarkable improvements in cardiovascular health. Perhaps the most dangerous myth of all is that heart disease is simply a matter of fate. something that's either inherited or just a part of getting older. But here's the truth. It's not just about genetics or age. The choices you make daily, what you eat, how much you move, and how you handle stress, have an enormous impact on your heart's health. You are far more in control than you think. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this: your heart's future is in your hands. Every decision you make today can determine whether your heart stays strong in the years to come. It's never too late to start making changes, and the best time to begin is right now. So take a moment today to reflect on the habits that can either protect or damage your heart. Your heart will thank you for it, and you'll be giving yourself the gift of a longer, healthier life. The power to change is within you. Embrace it. Number 2. Falls and injuries among the elderly. There's a terrifying truth lurking beneath the surface of aging that too many of us ignore: falls. While we often focus on the threats posed by disease, it's the simple act of losing our balance that can bring everything crashing down. It can happen in a heartbeat, one misstep, a fleeting moment of dizziness, or a slick patch of flooring, and in an instant, your life can change forever. What seems like a minor accidents, like a twisted ankle or a scraped knee, can spiral into something much more dire, leaving you with broken bones, traumatic head injuries, or even worse. The most unsettling part is that so many of us are blissfully unaware of this silent killer until it's too late. We don't truly grasp how fragile our bodies can become until we've already suffered a fall. Yet falls are one of the leading causes of fatal injuries among older adults. The statistics are harrowing. Millions of seniors end up in emergency rooms each year, and many of them will never fully recover. A fall doesn't just bring physical pain, it brings an emotional burden too. A fractured hip, for example, is not just a painful injury. It can lead to months of immobility, robbing you of your independence and opening the door to even more serious complications like infections, blood clots, and pneumonia. The ripple effect is devastating, and it often feels like the beginning of a long decline that's hard to reverse. What makes this even more heartbreaking is that despite how common falls are, they're still often underestimated. We dismiss the risk until we or someone we love suffers that life-changing tumble. Aging isn't just about counting the years, it's about recognizing how our bodies change over time, often in ways we don't notice. We don't realize that our balance, strength, and reaction time gradually fade until we find ourselves suddenly losing our footing. You might walk through your house every day without a second thought, moving about, grabbing a glass from a shelf, or simply getting up from a chair until one day your body betrays you. That familiar, steady ground beneath your feet suddenly seems to disappear, and before you know it, you're on the floor. The worst part is that our bodies don't recover the way they used to. What would have once been a harmless stumble now becomes a dangerous fall with serious consequences. There's another danger lurking that many don't even consider: the fear of falling. After even a minor tumble, many older adults start to pull back. They avoid walking as much, take the stairs less often, and limit their movements out of fear that another fall is just around the corner. Ironically, this fear often leads to more falls. The less you move, the weaker your muscles become, and weaker muscles make falling even more likely. It's a vicious cycle that quietly chips away at your independence and quality of life. But here's the encouraging part: falls don't have to be inevitable. There are simple yet powerful steps you can take to reduce your risk. By strengthening your legs and core, practicing balance exercises, and making small changes to your living environment, like adding brighter lights, securing rugs, and installing sturdy handrails, you can significantly decrease your chances of falling. These small adjustments can make the difference between maintaining your independence or suffering a potentially devastating injury. Watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Medication side effects are another often overlooked culprit. Many medications have side effects like dizziness, drowsiness, and changes in blood pressure that can leave you more prone to falling. If you've ever felt lightheaded or dizzy after standing up too quickly, your body might be telling you something important. It's crucial to talk to your doctor about how your medications might be affecting your balance and alertness. A simple change in your prescriptions could make all the difference in preventing a fall. Avoiding falls is about so much more than just avoiding physical obstacles. It's about staying physically strong, mentally sharp, and aware of the small things that can have a profound impact on your health and safety. Remember, after 75, one fall can change everything, but the right actions taken today can set you on a path to years of continued mobility, independence, and a far better quality of life. So don't wait for the fall to happen. Act now while you still can. Your future self will thank you for it. Number 3, respiratory diseases. Breathing is something we often take for granted, isn't it? It's an involuntary action that goes unnoticed until it becomes a struggle. But as we grow older, the natural efficiency of our lungs begins to decline. Breathing, something so simple and vital, can become a daunting task, especially when the body's ability to process oxygen starts to falter. A mild cough or an occasional shortness of breath may seem like nothing more than a temporary nuisance, but these seemingly insignificant issues can quickly escalate into something much more serious as we age. After 75, respiratory diseases become one of the leading causes of death, not because they are unavoidable, but because they often go unrecognized and untreated until it's too late. And the truth is, it's so easy to overlook the signs. Many of just brush off a nagging cough or moments of breathlessness, writing them off as part of the aging process. However, this could be the body's way of telling you, I need help. It's easy to think these symptoms are benign, but they could be warning signs of chronic respiratory diseases like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, which includes both emphysema and chronic bronchitis. COPD is one of those silent destroyers. Over time, the airways become inflamed and constricted, leaving you gasping for air. The body struggles to keep up, but for many, these signs are dismissed as just another inconvenience of growing older. However, this is the body's alarm bell ringing for help, and we cannot afford to ignore it. Then there's pneumonia, which may start out looking like a harmless cold or mild chest congestion. But for older adults, what begins as a seemingly innocent infection can spiral into a life-threatening situation. Pneumonia is often underestimated, but it can be deadly, especially as our immune systems weaken with age. In some cases, recovery is a distant dream, as health declines so rapidly that full recovery becomes impossible. What's even more concerning are the hidden dangers that surround us every day. Air quality, something we rarely consider, can have a profound impact on our lungs. Years of exposure to pollutants, whether in the form of dust, smoke, or chemicals, slowly chip away at our lung health, even in the comfort of our homes. Common irritants like mold, pet dander, or poor ventilation can worsen breathing difficulties, especially for those with existing conditions like asthma or COPD. These environmental factors might seem insignificant, but they're quietly adding stress to the body's most important system, the respiratory system. But here's the thing, there is hope. Small lifestyle changes can make a significant difference in your lung health. Using air purifiers, ensuring good airflow in your home, and avoiding secondhand smoke are just a few simple steps that can have a big impact. One of the easiest yet most powerful ways to support your lungs is by staying active. When we sit too much, our lung function declines and the risk of infections rises. But regular movement, whether it's walking, stretching, or light exercise, keeps your lungs strong, expands them fully, and helps clear out harmful mucus that can build up and lead to infections. And let's not forget the importance of vaccinations. It's so easy to underestimate how vital it is to stay up to date on your flu shots, pneumonia vaccines, and other respiratory immunizations. These vaccines don't just help prevent illness, they protect you from severe complications that could be fatal. A simple shot might be the reason you avoid a hospital stay, or worse, a deadly infection. Breathing should never feel like a burden, but for many seniors over 75 it does, not because it has to, but because action wasn't taken early enough. Our lungs work tirelessly to keep us alive. They deserve the care and attention we often give to other parts of our bodies. Protecting them from infections strengthening them through movement and providing clean air are some of the most important investments you can make in your health and your independence. So don't wait for your lungs to start struggling. Pay attention to the signs, take action early, and give your respiratory system the care it truly deserves. Remember, your lungs carry you through every moment of every day. Let's make sure they're able to continue doing that with ease. Number 4, stroke. A stroke can strike at any moment without warning, without mercy. It's a terrifying force that, in an instant, can shatter your life, leaving you scrambling to piece together a new reality. It's one of the leading causes of death after 75, yet far too many people walk through life unaware of the risk factors that are well within their control. The reality of a stroke is stark and often irreversible. Once it happens, the damage is often permanent. The idea that something so devastating could happen without any forewarning is one of the scariest aspects of this silent killer. But here's the good news that might leave you shocked. Up to 80% of strokes are preventable. Let that sink in. That means that the choices you make today, how you eat, how you move, how you manage your health, are critical in determining whether you'll continue to enjoy the independence you cherish or face a catastrophic health crisis. You hold the power right now to significantly lower your risk. Isn't that empowering? Isn't that worth taking seriously? A stroke occurs when blood flow to the brain is suddenly interrupted or when a blood vessel in the brain bursts. When the brain is deprived of oxygen, its cells begin to die within minutes. The consequences can range from mild symptoms like temporary confusion or weakness to complete paralysis, speech loss, or even permanent dependency on others. In the worst cases, a stroke can be fatal. But here's the heartbreaking part. Many of these strokes are completely avoidable. High blood pressure is one of the most dangerous and often overlooked contributors to stroke. Over time, the added pressure damages your arteries, weakening them and increasing the risk of them either bursting or becoming blocked. What's truly terrifying is that high blood pressure usually doesn't come with any warning signs. It silently damages your body, and many people go about their lives completely unaware that they're on the edge of a potential crisis. It's like a ticking time bomb. Irregular heart rhythms, like atrial fibrillation, are another common cause of strokes. Many seniors experience these irregularities without even realizing it. When the heart doesn't beat in a steady rhythm, blood can pool and form clots. A clot that breaks free and travels to the brain can cause a stroke in mere seconds. But here's a glimmer of hope. This condition is detectable through a simple routine checkup. Treatment options are available, and taking the necessary steps can drastically reduce your risk. That's the good news. There's something you can do. Diet and lifestyle play a massive role in your risk. A diet full of processed foods, unhealthy fats and too much salt can clog your arteries and weaken your circulation. Lack of physical activity adds fuel to the fire, allowing blood to thicken and stagnate. But don't despair. There's so much you can do to reverse this. Just imagine this. By making small, powerful changes like adding more leafy greens to your meals, cutting back on sodium, and drinking more water, you could dramatically reduce your stroke risk. It's not as difficult as it sounds. The truth is, every small step you take toward better health is a step toward a longer, healthier life. Perhaps one of the most alarming signs of an impending stroke is what's called a mini-stroke or transient ischemic attack, TIA. These can be deceiving because the symptoms like sudden confusion, blurred vision, or difficulty speaking often disappear quickly. But don't be fooled. Just because the symptoms fade doesn't mean the danger has passed. If you experience these symptoms, even for a moment, seek medical help immediately. That quick response could be the difference between preventing a major stroke or facing lifelong consequences. The key takeaway here is that you have the power to take control. Regularly monitoring your blood pressure, making heart-healthy food choices, staying active and being vigilant about warning signs can help you protect your health and your future. The journey to preventing a stroke doesn't have to be daunting. It starts with you, your choices, and the small, powerful changes you can make today. Your independence is precious, and with a little effort, you can keep it for many more years to come. Don't wait for a stroke to remind you of your vulnerability. Act now and protect your future. Number 5. Cognitive decline and its consequences. As we age, one of the most heart-wrenching and unavoidable realities we face is the gradual erosion of our cognitive abilities. It's not something that happens suddenly. No, it sneaks in almost imperceptibly at first. The small lapses in memory, the difficulty in recalling names, the moments where judgment seems a little off. They are so easy to brush aside, to think it's just a part of getting older. But these early signs are far more than a simple inconvenience. They are often the first whispers of something far more troubling. What makes this process even more painful is how it affects every aspect of a person's life. The gradual loss of memory, decision-making, and the ability to navigate everyday tasks can feel like a slow death of self. It's not just about forgetting where you left your keys. It's about forgetting the things that have always given your life structure, meaning, and purpose. It's forgetting how to pay bills, how to manage your medication, or how to engage in a meaningful conversation with those you love. Those simple everyday tasks that once felt like second nature suddenly become overwhelming, insurmountable challenges. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. What's truly devastating is that cognitive decline doesn't just steal your memories, it steals your independence. It erodes your sense of self, making you dependent on others in ways that no one ever envisions. The ability to care for yourself, something we all take for granted, becomes compromised. You forget to eat regularly, or worse, eat foods that harm your body rather than nourish it. You forget to drink water, and slowly dehydration becomes a silent killer. Perhaps one of the most heart-wrenching consequences of all is the loss of your ability to live alone, the very thing that once defined your autonomy, the ability to live in your own home. Me in your own space becomes a distant memory as your cognitive abilities deteriorate. But the cruelest aspect of all is how often these early signs go unnoticed, especially by the person experiencing them. Those simple moments of forgetfulness, misplacing your keys, forgetting a name, are often brushed off as normal aging. People around you might tell you it happens to everyone, but what they don't realize is that these aren't just signs of aging. These are early warning signs that your brain is changing. If you don't act early, if you don't take proactive steps, you could find yourself caught in a relentless downward spiral. There's hope, though. You don't have to just accept cognitive decline as an inevitable part of aging. You can take control, and it starts with how you treat your brain today. Like your body, your brain needs exercise. It needs to be constantly challenged, engaged, and nurtured. Read books, take up new hobbies, learn a new skill, or even just engage in meaningful conversations. These mental workouts will help keep your mind sharp, help it hold on to its clarity, and prevent the slow fading of your faculties. And don't forget that physical activity is just as important. Moving your body, whether it's through a brisk walk, yoga, or even dancing, keeps blood flowing to your brain, fueling its function and preserving memory. One of the most powerful ways to combat cognitive decline is by staying socially active. Loneliness can be as toxic to the brain as any physical ailment. Being socially isolated can worsen mental decline, whereas regular social engagement keeps your mind active, alert, and connected to the world around you. Whether it's spending time with family, joining a community group, or even just staying in touch with friends, these connections matter more than you might think. Finally, your diet is a crucial piece of the puzzle. Nutrition can be a game changer in how your brain functions. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and essential vitamins, think leafy greens, berries, and nuts, are the unsung heroes in protecting your brain. They nourish and support cognitive function, acting as natural shields against the destructive effects of aging. On the flip side, consuming too much sugar, processed foods, and unhealthy fats can trigger inflammation, impair brain function, and increase your risk of conditions like dementia. The truth is that what you put into your body today will determine how your brain works tomorrow. We don't have to surrender to cognitive decline just because it's part of the aging process. By staying active, Staying connected and making mindful choices today, you can slow its progression and perhaps even prevent it altogether. Aging is inevitable, but cognitive decline doesn't have to be. Take action now. Your brain will thank you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. We've covered a lot today, from understanding the early signs of cognitive decline to the powerful ways you can protect your brain. Act your brain and maintain your independence. The journey of aging doesn't have to be a lonely or helpless one. By staying engaged, staying active, and making the right choices for your body and mind, you can continue to live a fulfilling and vibrant life. So, what have you learned today? What's one thing that resonated with you, and what will you start putting into practice? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and share how you plan to incorporate these tips into your life. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content on living your healthiest and happiest life at any age. We've got so much more to share with you.